my stream. I'm live.
Okay, we're going live now. I'll tell you. Yes. I'm just gonna do this because we are winners for the first time this season.
Hey, arriba!
Hey. We are live. We are live. We are live.
We won.
Yes.
We won. We won. We won a game that I didn't think we were going to win. A lot of mistakes were made by both teams, but we seized the opportunity and won. We're going to get into this video, but before we do, if you think Malik Neighbors is the #1 player of this game today, he is the guy, the MVP, I want you to hit that subscribe button and that like button because we need to know what you think about this. And the best way is through subscribing and liking. We also have noticed a couple of things here, guys. Let's talk about this. Most of you guys that watch our videos, all of the shorts and lives and everything, are not subscribed. Help us out. Subscribe. Please like. We're going to be mentioning this many times because you guys clearly want to watch us, but we need to know that you're a part of the family. So hit that like and subscribe button. Right. How do you want to start this? I think because it's a win, it's tough to actually put my thoughts together because I want to talk about the negatives real quick, but I also can't be too negative because we won. So you know what?
Exactly.
The best way to do it is talk about what was bad and then finish with what was good.
Okay.
So what was bad? We are very lucky that defender, I believe it was a DB or an N, whoever it was, when they forced Daniel Jones to make that terrible pass into a would have been an interception. We are so lucky that the player hit him in the head with his helmet. Because if that did not happen, I would have been screaming for the rest of the game to bench Daniel Jones until he was benched. Because I'm sitting there, I already was saying it before I could even realize that there was a flag because they didn't throw the flag right away. But I'm sitting there screaming, get him off the field! Because it was, again, another forced throw. He was just scared. He didn't want to get sacked. But we get it. It was a flag. So it didn't matter. But still, we have to talk about it. That was typical Daniel Jones. He does those things. He gets flustered. He goes to the check down person after staring down the #1 receiver, and he just checks it. Now, another bad thing. Let's talk about how many checkdowns there were today. There were a lot of checkdowns thrown, and that is what Daniel Jones does. He throws a lot of checkdowns, but at least he was staying poised in the pocket. He ran out of the pocket when he knew that he was under pressure. There were times when he was trying to take off, but because that knee isn't what it used to be, he wasn't really getting out of the pocket as quickly as he normally would. I saw a little hesitation, but at the same time, you could say that there was hesitation for most of the game in the sense that, once again, he barely got over 200 passing yards. Barely.
Yep.
And mind you, he had almost 200 passing yards within the first half. He had 184 passing yards. We barely had any yardage production in the air in the second half because he finished with 236.
Yep.
That means he got 50 yards and some change for the second half. We can't win football games like that.
Oh, no.
Moving forward, if we're going to have a game like that and ball out in the first half, we have to figure out how to minimize the other team's scoring, at least if we aren't going to produce anything, because dang, we were giving them life that didn't need to be given to them. It was out of nowhere. They were starting to have a resurgence, and I'm just like, okay, Amari Cooper just had 2 back-to-back touchdowns. Can we stop them, please? And then they were making mistakes. We got the fumble recoveries, and the Giants offense once again squandered opportunities. Opportunities. We could have won this game 34 or whatever.
Absolutely.
To 15. We could have won by at least 15 to 21 points. The mistakes were there for us. Deshaun Watson fumbles it. We didn't do anything with that. There was an interception. We didn't do anything with that. Like what are we doing with these opportunities that were given? Because we never really put up points on those opportunities. The Browns in the first 11 friggin' seconds. 11 seconds scored off of a fumble on a kick return. They scored on the first, not even forget about first 11 seconds. It was the first play for them. And then what was our response? 3 and out. Like, this is the stuff that I'm talking about. We can't be like the Eagles were last year and accept mistakes in wins that we would not accept mistakes in a loss. We got to talk about this because that's how the Eagles were last year. They accepted mistakes in wins that they would never accept in losses. We can't accept mistakes and wins. We can't afford that. The fact that we even got this win today, and I'm saying the word win, is very weird to me because I expected a better performance by Deshaun Watson.
Right.
It was very underwhelming, and maybe he is declining. I don't know. Being out of the
But
league that long can mess you up.
well, what? Don't forget, he has a lot of off-field drama.
True, he does. That's true. I guess we need that to have a chance, huh?
Absolutely, we need
Jesus.
distracted quarterbacks to help us win. We also apparently need to help our young defenders, the New York Giants defenders, learn how to tackle.
Oh God.
Lot of missed tackles.
Arm tackling.
Lot of missed ones.
Arm tackling was bad. It's what the Giants from like 2014 and onward have been looking like. We kind of got away from that for a couple of seasons. Most games, I would say most games. There were games where they did the arm tackling, like today. There was a lot of arm tackling. You can't go around these people with your arms and expect them to go down, just wrapping them up with your arms. Hit them with your whole shoulder. Throw your body weight into it. Jesus, bring them down. If you need to, tackle them by the legs. Like do something. Bring them down. There's no reason for these people to be breaking through these arm tackles repeatedly. It
No.
was multiple arm tackles. It wasn't like it was one person. It was like 1, 2, 3, back to back to back. Like it's like Jesus, can somebody stop them? Again, giving them confidence and momentum that they did not have the first half. It's like we
Right.
played only the first half of football and then phoned it in until we really had to realize, oh, wait a minute, they could come back and win this game. But we didn't score again to make sure we wouldn't lose.
Right. And
We
that's
missed a
a
field goal.
serious problem. I mean, we can't continue through the season like, okay, we get up ahead 2 scores. Oh, okay, we're up 1. Oh, well, maybe we could still win with being up just 1. We can't have
No.
that mentality.
Like, what is
And,
that?
missed kicks. We bring in a guy, a new kicker this week. This past week, we bring in a kicker. He made a kick. He made a kick for us. Okay, woohoo! But when we really needed him just to secure a little bit more of a lead, he misses it. And we can't keep doing this. I mean,
Not
it's a
scoring on that last
struggle.
three. Not scoring. I'm sorry to cut you off. Devin Singletary just pissed me off. I'm thinking about him as a person.
Him too. Him
Why?
too. What was that? What was the slide before right after at the end zone? Like what
The
was that?
score
He
should
was
be
there.
28-15. The final
What
score
was
should
the
have been 28
point
to
of
15.
that?
Here's what I think it was. Whether it's right or wrong, this is what they were doing. And by right or wrong, I mean right or wrong by decision making and game planning. The strategy was they could waste the clock at the 1 yard line. If they don't get it in the end zone on the first play, at the very least they lose 1 to 2 yards on a run play. Then they have 3 yards to score. Then they try to score again, and they don't. And then maybe they accept the field goal. But my thing is, if you are going to be up 28-15, and these fools have to score minimum 13 points in under 2 minutes to tie it. Forget about winning, tie the game. It's the Cleveland Browns. I'm not saying that I have bragging rights as a Giants fan to say that they're the Cleveland Browns like that. What I'm saying
Yep.
is they are not known to do those kind of things like the Chiefs or a team like that, or a Brady-led team, something like that. Yeah, I can't believe I'm saying that, but you know what I mean. But why would you not just score? Just score and put yourself at a 2-score advantage instead of sitting there and praying that they don't come back and score to win. What kind of loser mentality is that?
It's definitely a loser
Just score
mentality.
the touchdown and you don't trust the defense. So let me get this straight. The person that did this and probably told him to do this, because Devin Singletary didn't make this decision by himself, was
He
more than
couldn't have.
likely Brian Daboll. Why would a running back just instinctively think, oh, there's only about to be 2 minutes left, I should just down myself, slide at the 1 yard line? Not even the 0 yard line. It was the half-yard line. Talk about teasing people who have you on fantasy. Jesus Christ. What is that? Just
they
go into the end zone.
they will be benching Singletary on their fantasy
I would.
after that play.
My thing is, Singletary had 2 fumbles today, especially if he had 2 fumbles. He had 2 fumbles today. He had 2. Saquon Barkley hasn't fumbled the ball twice in the game, I don't think, in his entire career.
Yeah.
Get him out of number 26. Change his number.
He doesn't deserve
He doesn't deserve to be number 26. Saquon Barkley just got a fucking 70-yard touchdown today.
Yeah, I saw that.
Our guy stopped himself from scoring. What kind of life do I have as a Giants fan that I could say some ridiculous nonsense like that?
He
That
stopped
that a
himself.
former player got a 70-something yard run, and our own running back stopped himself from scoring. We won, guys. You wouldn't even be able to tell on how I feel. It's we can't even win right.
We do have a comment from N Tomlinson 9111. I think sliding at the end was better to do at the end this way, to end this way, so no one gets hurt. They had no more timeouts. It's easier for the Giants to run down the clock. Well, that could have backfired. That could
Again,
have backfired.
to me, that's a loser's mentality. I'm not calling you a loser, my good man. What I'm saying is, why put yourself in a position to just let the clock take its course when you could just put yourself up 2 scores? Who was going to get injured with him being in the end zone? Can I ask you that? Who was going to be injured with him running into the end zone free? There was nobody around him. Was he going to get hurt in the end zone? Celebrating? Yeah. That's on him. If he get injured celebrating, that's on him. So yes. he could have scored. All that happens is they get the extra point. Kickoff isn't even the same anymore. You don't run and take off anymore. You're sitting right there. Just kick the ball. It can go into the back of the end zone because they do it all the time. Yep. And then they start on the 25. What's wrong with that? Yep. And then they have to score at minimum 8 points on that drive to put themselves in the position to score 3 to win. They have to score 8 if they actually want to win. They score 7 and then go for 3 to tie. They go for 8 and then go 3 for win. But why would we ever expect a Browns team led by a Deshaun Watson who's just trying to figure himself out again is going to be able to do that?
That brother's trying to keep a job. How about that? Because the more wins he gets, they're more likely to get him out of the mess he is in off field. But let me tell you something. You know, I wish they had. I was thinking maybe he'll be gone for this game. He's not. That's fine. We still won.
Again, off of mistakes that the Browns made. They made more mistakes than what we made because we made lots of mistakes. We made mistakes. Yeah. They just made more.
Yeah.
And we got bailed out by penalties. We got bailed out. Flat out.
We did. Yeah.
DJ had for sure a pick on his resume today.
Oh.
If that penalty was not called. And then what would have happened from that? Maybe another touchdown. I don't know. The way
it's true.
This Giants team is. We can't afford to make mistakes, which is almost impossible to avoid with Daniel Jones as your quarterback. And we have to take advantage of other teams' mistakes. And then we don't even do that. That is how we win games, is minimizing our mistakes and capitalizing on the others. That's our only shot at winning games. Malik Neighbors is also an X factor, obviously. Let's talk about Malik Neighbors because I don't want to be super negative. But Malik Neighbors today.
Yeah.
He did good.
He did good. He
did his thing.
Yeah.
Malik Neighbors is a dog. He definitely wants to win. He mossed a couple of DBs today. He definitely mossed some people. That end zone touchdown catch was insane. Because Daniel Jones threw it almost damn near out of bounds. He snagged it, brought it in, kept his feet in bounds. Now, Malik Neighbors has potential to make Daniel Jones look better than what he actually is if Malik Neighbors continues to play like this, because Malik Neighbors is starting to figure his shit out at the NFL level. He's starting to figure it out. We're watching it before our eyes, happening in real time. He is figuring it out. And sooner or later, we're going to be seeing him averaging 75 receiving yards at minimum with at least a touchdown. I can see that happening for him. The way that he plays and how he just finds ways to get open, and he knows the defensive coverage already. He kind of already figuring out the windows to go through. He is going to be fun to watch. It sucks that Saquon's not there, but watching him and Wan'Dale Robinson, I like it. I like watching him and Wan'Dale Robinson. Wan'Dale Robinson is a dog, a very small receiver with a lot of heart, and he will play his heart out. He will play until he has no more energy left in the tank. And that is what I like to see. Darius Slayton coming in randomly. I almost forgot that fool was on the team sometimes.
I say that all the time. I'm like, wait, he's still on the roster?
I think he benefits from Wan'Dale Robinson and Malik Neighbors because they have to worry about Malik Neighbors now. And Wan'Dale Robinson is generally open on them checkdown routes. When he's running those drags and slants and everything like that, those short routes, he's open and he creates more yardage after the catch. He gets you at least 10 yards. That's very valuable on a Giants team that this is very sorry on the offensive production side of things because, again, we either will have 200 passing yards for the whole game or we'll have 200 passing yards in the first half and get 20 the rest of the game. Like, we can't win football games like that. And Devin
No,
Singletary fumbling the football, that's got to stop. That's got to stop because we already got problems with Daniel Jones throwing an interception at any given moment. I can't sit there worrying about Devin Singletary fumbling the ball twice in one game, and you're supposed to be representing 26 and trying to say that this is a new chapter for number 26, and you are downgrade, a known
yeah.
downgrade,
Yeah,
and
I mean,
then you
that's
prove it.
embarrassing. I wouldn't even try to connect the dots between him and Saquon. I mean, they shouldn't do that. I mean,
They
it's
never
a
should have gave him
waste of
26.
yeah, it's a way. You know, it was petty thing to do to give it. It was like his number wasn't even cold. It didn't even get any dust, and they gave it. It was just petty, and it was like Saquon did something wrong to the team. No, the team wronged
The team
him.
wronged him.
Yeah,
They did
so it
him
was just
dirty.
petty and stupid. It was childish. Maybe maybe you know what I'm thinking. Joe Shane's kids told him to do that. Hey, why don't you give the new guy the same one? And oh, that's a good idea, honey. And he gave it to him. I'm thinking
We
that's
got
what
this off
happened.
music. Big game, bros. Congrats. Thanks, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. My bad, brother. I just saw your message. My bad, bro. Welcome to the chat, bro.
So I want to say thank you to everybody who's with us live on YouTube. Welcome, and let me tell you something. We've had a great response to our podcast so far this season. Lots of new subscribers. Hoping that everybody on today, if you haven't already subscribed, you should do that right now. We need you to make sure you don't miss anything that we put out. We're putting out some really funny shorts from the Sun. The Sun is, the Sun has his moments, and
Too
we do
often.
a and we do a lot of great things in between games. So definitely do that and click the like button. And we do need you to hit that little bell so you get the notifications. Notifications are really important
Yeah.
because I love notifications when for anything that I am interested in, and I actually go and look at it when I say, oh, if I have time, I'm like, oh, okay, this is happening. Okay, so definitely do that. But thank you everybody for the overwhelming response to our podcast this season, and everybody that's been subscribing. You guys are amazing. But you know, this is a blessing and a curse. This win. Let me tell you why. Next game is Thursday night football against the Cowboys. Now we have some younger players that might feel themselves a little bit right now on the Giants team who may not be fully in prep mode. I mean, because it's a short week and they may be in the celebratory mode, and we don't need them to be in that celebratory mode. We need them to just keep their game faces on and really focus in and watch those videos of that Cowboys team and be prepared, because they can't rest on their laurels, as they say. They need to, like, okay, won this one. Let me just rephrase that. We barely won this one. We were lucky played a team that sucked just as much as we do.
They
And
sucked worse. They made more mistakes. If we beat them, they sucked worse.
right,
That's just what it
right,
is.
right. It is what it is. And we need to focus in on this next game. It now way more props if the Giants are able to beat the Cowboys, which is, I would say, now that everybody got paid on that team, they're not as embattled as they were before. But still, Dak's job is still on the line. There's no, even though they paid him, Jerry is shady as hell. So he'll probably figure out a way to get him unpaid to get rid of him. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So
my thing
he's,
is, historically, we're not going to do that great against them. Historically,
you're right. You're right.
Dak
We don't,
Prescott owns the Giants.
it's true. It's true.
It's not. Let's be realistic here. We're playing there.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do? It's a short week. They're gonna have a short week too. They're playing against the Ravens, a tougher matchup for them. But the Ravens are over
Yes.
2 right now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
So,
true.
so my thing is, here's this: if they beat the Ravens, you can forget about it. You can
Yeah.
forget about it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, we just played against 2 bad teams. 2 bad teams. We barely lost to one of them. We're the first team in NFL history to lose to a team that didn't score a single offensive touchdown.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
We had a lead. We lost it. They didn't score a single touchdown. We're the first team to do that in NFL history. That was the week before. We almost made this game a contest for them off of questionable decisions.
Yeah.
And we're just lucky they made more mistakes than we did. The Cowboys ain't gonna do that.
No,
The Cowboys aren't gonna throw interceptions. I
no.
mean, they might. Dak might throw an interception, but they ain't gonna fumble like they did. They ain't gonna make all those stupid penalty mistakes like they, especially at their home stadium.
That's
Away,
true.
the Cowboys do. The Cowboys do that kind of dumb crap, and they do it toward the end of the season. But in the early beginning part of the season, the Cowboys generally play, aside from how they played against the Saints, they play generally well. They're a regular season team. They know how to beat us in the regular season.
They do.
We literally lost to them 40 to nothing in our home opener last season. I know that still lives in the back of those players' heads rent free. The coaching staff, all of it is it's there's a really bad history here is what I'm trying to say to everybody.
Oh yeah, there's a major bad history.
It's
Absolutely.
not this is not going to be an easy game. This is going to be one of the hardest games of the season. It's not going to be pretty. I just have a bad feeling Daniel Jones is going to look really bad on Thursday Night Football. I just
I mean, how could Daniel Jones look better than he did today? He has
now you
nothing
get
to
Birds
work
1-2.
from. He has nothing to work from to look better
The Birds one.
5 days, 4 days from now, whatever it is. I mean, he has nothing to work with as far as within himself. I'm not talking about the people around him. I'm speaking about himself. We do
Yeah,
have a comment from in the comments. Let's see. Michael Holmes. We won barely. Too many mistakes on our end.
that's what
Not a
I've been
good year for
saying.
us. Yes. Thank you for joining us, Michael. And please subscribe if you haven't done so already and join all of our
Yeah,
amazing viewers and subscribing and everything. But anyway, yeah, I mean, we've got a Daniel Jones who I feel like he's getting more confident in getting out and running with the ball again because there was some hesitancy. I did notice that. And I think after this being the third week of the third game of the season, third week, he is feeling a little bit more comfortable. But at the same time, he's running, and then I think he's doing things. I saw him run, and there's one of those runs he had where if he had gone straight, it was clear, but he went to the right instead. But then he ran into traffic. He ran into the two defenders, and I think he could have gotten the first down because I don't know. I just think he's focused on on not getting hit too much, and
Daniel Jones.
I know that's part of it, but
No,
um he's got to be looking for the best play. How can you get a first down? And I don't know. I'm really nervous for him and for him to be in that situation with Cowboys defenders come
you know
Thursday
his
night
record on
football.
Thursday Night Football.
Mm,
He's 0-5.
okay, well,
So you got your answer.
there you go.
You don't even need to ask anyone else. We lost next. We lost next week. We lost. He's 0-5. I want you to know who his opponents were: New England Patriots, Philadelphia Eagles, Washington Commanders, Dallas Cowboys, and 49ers.
Mm, mm, mm.
They give the Thursday Night Football games are always tough for the Giants. Those are all when he lost to the Patriots. This was 2019. I don't think they had Brady at the time, but still, that was
Yeah, I
supposed to be
remember.
probably that was the easiest one for him to win. Then, if that is after the Brady era, which I'm pretty sure it is, that was the easiest one for them to win. And they didn't, aside from the Washington Commanders, but that's it. We couldn't even beat the Commanders on Thursday Night Football. Oh Lord. Oh, oh, we're screwed. Nah, that's a
Yeah,
loss.
he's
That's a
it's gonna
loss.
be an embarrassing moment.
Oh
And
no.
this win is it's just the one win. It just looks better not to be 0-3. We're 1-2. It just looks better than that, but it still sucks.
We've started 0-2 like 8 times out of the last 10 years, something like that.
It's we definitely have. We have a record for
Maybe 7.
sucking really, really bad in the beginning of the season. It's not a good look. It's definitely not a good look.
So
So,
I feel strongly that this will be our win of the month. Because we still have one more opportunity to play again this month, but I think we only get one game, or one win rather this month. October is looking pretty grim. That's October looks pretty rough. I ain't gonna hold you. We may not see another win until the end of October, if that. I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to see. I literally said last week that I wouldn't be surprised if we got killed this game, just because we're that bad. You just don't know what to
Yeah,
expect.
yeah,
But
yeah.
we won off of the Browns' mistakes, and we didn't even capitalize on all of their mistakes. We only capitalized on like maybe one of them, and the rest we just kind of it was just duds. There was just failures every time, just 3 and outs, or just we missed a field goal, or I'm tired of it. I'm tired of we have bursts of hope, and it's like you sit there and you're like you're wondering when it's gonna last or how long it's gonna last and when it's gonna end. You're like, is this fairy tale gonna keep going, or are we gonna go back to what we were? And then we start slowly going back to the usual Giants behavior, 3 and outs, not making opportunities happen off of mistakes, doing all of this other bull crap where we do the check down, check down, check down, throwing it out of bounds, sack, almost interception, one big play downfield, check down, check down. Like it's just nonstop check downs. And it just shows that Daniel Jones is scared. He made one big pass downfield where he threw it well over Jalen Hyatt's head. He cannot connect with Jalen Hyatt. He cannot. How you can't connect with somebody that runs over 20 miles an hour is beyond me. But he somehow overthrows Jalen Hyatt by many, like at least 5 to 10 yards every time. Jalen Hyatt is more than likely going to be traded by the end of the season or something. The poor guy can't get any usage. He's whenever he is open, the ball's overthrown or underthrown.
Yep.
They don't have a connection. They need to figure that out. If we're gonna win more than one football game this season, Daniel Jones still has a lot to do. There's a lot that he needs to work on.
Yeah,
You have any final thoughts?
his his long passes are just that, long passes. They go
Yeah.
they go over our receiver.
Yep.
He has to work on that. And I don't know if it's because again, that worry that he's going to get killed in like within a second and he just can't get it out where it's accurate. But that accuracy right now, he is not a Danny Dimes. Remember the old Danny Dimes? We can't use that terminology for him. No more moniker of Danny Dimes. I mean, there's he doesn't deserve that. I mean, it's scary.
Well,
And
think about it. It's not just the fact that he's worried about getting killed. The guy got overpaid, and he knows he was overpaid. The
yeah,
guy
he's
gets
then
no
there's that.
endorsements. He's not the face of the franchise. Did you see that
No.
goofy ass picture of him when they were showing him? He was like, "What was that? He can't even do a picture right." They were
They
like, "Oh,
can't.
Daniel Jones today for the game." What kind of face is that? What is that? Like what?
He needs media training.
He needs help. He needs all kind of help. Like he's not.
Michael Holmes added he says he agreed with not expecting another win anytime soon and
It's going to be at least a
we
month.
and we always seem to find a way to lose and of course Michael Holmes is not sold on DJ like we are. No fan is sold on DJ at this point.
I'm sure there's some delusional people out there that still think he can play, but it's like, man, stop.
Yes, very delusional
He
people.
can't play. He can barely run now. The guy, when he runs out the pocket, like I said, he gets 5 to 10 yards at most. After that, I'm terrified for him to continue running. Just fall.
Yes, it's true.
I like he was running out of bounds, and I'm like, bro, just stop running out of bounds. Like, stop running. Just stop. Just slide. It's not worth it. Just stop running. And then when he leans forward, why? Why does he always got to do that? He is not afraid to get hurt. Clearly, he's not afraid. But guys, I agree with Michael Holmes. We're not winning for at least another month. We got one win this month. At least we got one. But like, I don't expect another win until the end of October, at the very least. Unless, let me see when the Panthers play. Hold on. Is that even an October game? Giants versus Panthers. If that's not an October game, guess what? Oh, Lord. We ain't getting a win in October. It's November 10th. It's November.
Yeah,
We're probably not getting a win at all in October. We might go winless in October. It might be a winless October. And then our first win back is in November. Damn.
If we could get that, but
that's if we can get that. The Panthers are bad, though.
They're in crisis.
They are. We may have a chance.
They have a personnel crisis.
They do worse than ours somehow.
Yes,
somehow.
Yes. So,
but guys, this is pretty much it. No celebration. We usually do a celebration at the beginning of the show. None of that. This is not the type of season for that. There's too much animosity. There's too much at stake here in terms of the careers of certain people. And their names are Brian Daboll and Joe Shane. Because these fools have put us in a really bad situation, somehow worse than Dave Gettleman before he left.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Facts.
Dave Gettleman before he left, that situation was shit show. But somehow this is worse. At least we had Saquon under Dave Gettleman. He figured that out.
He did. One of his best moves while at the helm.
Yeah. He figured out how to keep him. And then these fools just let him go. To the Eagles at that. So, but let's not get into another tangent about that because those fools won today. It's making me sick thinking about it. All I could see is that damn play they showed me at halftime. Those bastards forcing me to watch Saquon run.
I know. I was like, oh, look at that.
And then he was running and hugging the Eagles fans. I wanted to throw up.
Uh,
Oh God. But all right, guys, we're done. Please make sure you guys subscribe. If you haven't done so already, please, please, please. Ooh, I like that. Please subscribe. Please. We need you guys to support us and help us grow. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers this year. We're trying to do it. We're almost halfway there. Help us out. We're
yes,
trying to get
not,
to
and
at
by the
least
way, we're
520
not
subscribers by
full-time.
this video.
We're not full-time
No, we're not.
YouTubers.
We're not.
We are a mother and son who love football, but we do
Yes.
want to get more subscribers. We need you. So please subscribe. You're watching. I saw the analytics. I know we're getting a lot of new viewers this season. So just all you have to do is subscribe now. Just hook us up.
If you're trying to see this trash lighting and you want to see some green screen and stuff, help me out. Help me out.
Help the son with his trash lighting.
Please. We only improve with your support. Subscribes are free. Subscribe is free.
Yeah, it's
Remember that.
free. Yeah.
Liking the video is free.
Yeah, sure enough is. Sure enough.
Yes. So we'll see you guys in our next video for Thursday night. That's gonna be a doozy. I already have a feeling I'm gonna be going crazy. Even though I know we stink, I hate losing to the Cowgirls. It leaves a foul taste in my mouth for the whole week. I just can't. I get Cowboys fans that send me messages and they talk about how bad the game was for us, and I can't. I can't do it. I don't even be trying to look at social media the week that I play these fools because I just know it's gonna happen. So
Yeah,
please make sure you tune into our next podcast Thursday night. We'll be here a little before the end of the fourth quarter. Depends on how bad or good the game is.
Let's just say a little bit before the end of the game. Let's be optimistic. Maybe they go into overtime. A little bit before the end of the game.
Maybe we'll
Optimism.
See. Just no 40-0 blowout, please. Please. But that's it, everybody. I'm done. I'm out of things to say.
Yeah, me too.
All right, everyone. Take care. See you next week.
All right, we're good.